pendulum, but eventually, once it starts tilting into one side, I'm expecting the next 6, maybe even 7 minutes to be pretty devastating for either one of these teams.
All right, team comparison right now in the group stages. Man, for HomeBois, they really need to keep this joy, get him farm, open up some space. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for game number 1. Into the land of dawn we go. HomeBois with a signature draft. Meanwhile, TOB, they're going full Ohio mode.
Oh man, TOB going to be playing on the blue side up against the HomeBois on the red side. This is going to be one match you do not want to miss. But speaking of which, Super Shark getting chunked out pretty heftily here. It looks like, you know, Zorn and Chibi have been working together to kind of make sure that Super Shark isn't able to kind of slow this down. But regardless, we're already seeing Nolan power farming like heck.
Yeah. It's going to be important to always outspeed the Joy in this case. And I think that we've seen this matchup so many times throughout the group stages. Early game, you can see Nolan just destroy the laning, the jungle. And then with 3 big dudes, I mean, well, just one big dude and one Faramis defending Chibi, it's difficult to actually invade that guy.
Yeah, it's typical. And also, Super Shark decided to take Petrify here. The Retribution coming down pretty hot from Best Player 1. Oh. This is making it really awkward in these first couple engages. The rifts are good enough, and Chibi is punished instantaneously. Nicely done by the TheOhioBrothers. Boy, oh boy. Let's call in that tech pause.
Happened earlier. We'll get into that as we enter the game again. The pause has been resumed, ladies and gentlemen. And we are at the spot earlier where Chibi was, where the Thamas was. We didn't get to see it completely there because we were focused on the purple buff, but the Thamas against the Terizla, he's able to clear the waves a bit faster while ignoring the Terizla damage, and he was the one who gave Best Player 1 the route, the safe route over to actually cross towards that purple buff.
With Best Player 1 being level 5, Chibi only stay at level 3 because he did not get the purple buff. That's gonna be a free turtle. Good thing, look at what Chibi's doing. It's already invading. And then Super Shark is just eyeing the other orange buff. That means that Chibi will have a little bit... I mean, if they secure their own orange buff, it would be good for Chibi, for recovery. I mean,
this has been pretty obnoxious, I'm not going to lie, right? I mean, Yellow is able to kind of freely kind of walk around for the first 3 levels, now 4 levels into the game. It's making it even tougher for Suppa to actually respond to this because he doesn't want to take awful trades to make out of it. Like, look at Yellow right now. He's low, but he knows that he's got the vengeance and he's going to this engagement against Zorn, forcing that flicker out of there. The Minoan Fury is available, but there's no real reason to use it right now.
Item check.
Okay, so that's Azure Blade already up.
Oh, penalty zone's already coming out for the side of Suppa. Best Player 1 gets on out of there with a stolen. Oh, didn't steal the orange buff. Chibi able to secure it for himself.
Despite being 2 levels down, that is quite impressive. But no, it is actually a steal. Gideon, Chibi, he's holding the orange buff that he stole
from the other side.
The invade that happened. Shark doesn't really like that. The fact that you invaded our jungle, I'm the Hilda. I'm the one doing the invading, all right?
Yeah.
And so far, there's Prio. I want to talk about the matchup specifically in the bottom lane. How does the Irithel fare? Wait a minute, Zorn.
Minoan Fury already coming down here, knocking up 2, maintaining the CC, changing the electrifying beats, finds 1 into Best Player 1. Super Shark on his way. Oh, he manages to get in the bush just in time, but he still goes down to Warlord. That's a double for the mid laner of the HomeBois. Looking for a trade. Mielo has come down all the way from the top side to help Hoon find the trade back. It's 2-2.
Super fast Mielo, all the way from the XP lane, clearing it, getting Prio. Unfortunately, this does halt that early game snowball just a bit.
And that is going to be massive. That kind of reduces the lead that Best Player have built versus a Chibi. Right now, if you're looking at gold earned, Chibi is just 1.8k, Best Player is 2.5k. The thing is, the TheOhioBrothers, they cannot afford to make those kinds of mistakes. And you were asking about Irithel versus Harith. I think Harith is generally a good laner against marksman just because of how much damage you can get during your level 2 power spike.
Speaking of which, next turtle falls into the hands of Best Player 1. A no contest for the side of the HomeBois. And speaking of laning priority, look at Zia just making sure that he's getting great trades against Ryzel.
You can see already the little rotation that the TheOhioBrothers are going for. Now that they got the turtle 2 times in a row, they want to start capitalizing on real structures. And it's the bottom side that they start with a dive.
And NetherRealm is going to protect Ryzel. Underneath the turret, the dive has been thwarted. TheOhioBrothers move away as Mielo getting attacked by 2 on the top side. Chibi looking for the opportunity, but that vengeance is going to keep him alive through the electrifying beats. Mielo still taking them on 1 by 1. Somebody needs to take him out. Regeneration keeps him alive. Mielo walks away.
chase.
Chibi is not going to let him go. Leon Missile is
wait.
putting it up, but no! It's going to be the Molten Sights. Mielo 2v1 successful.
That's why we call him the GOAT of NA, TOB.
Once again, they successfully dive underneath the tier 2. Rizel is dead. That Petrify put into good use.
Oh no, no! I'm sorry for saying that, man.
Yeah.
Cursed him live. Anyways,
Cursed him.
HomeBois, they were able to find a kill, but
Yep.
still, hey, it's happening again! Another fight in the mid lane. They're not stopping. They love the chaos.
Yep.
They are the Ohio brothers.
Yes. And the fact that Milo went for the corrosion scythe first, that means that he does deal the damage, but he needs to tank up now. Somebody has to be also covering the front lines, just like Super Shark is doing, who is now going to be looking for an Aura Sky Guardian helmet, I believe so. It's going to be what they need. And obviously, like I said, they need to keep up this pressure. The Ohio brothers, they cannot let HomeBois breathe.
Yep, 4 members of the HomeBois trying to protect Chibi's purple buff at this point of time. This is, quite the momentum coming out from the Ohio brothers, right? Finally, they're looking really comfortable despite Chibi now recently purchasing the Starlium Scythe. I don't think that's going to make too much of a difference. Maybe if it does come back to that 2v1 situation against Mielo.
It's all about playing with the pace, playing with the momentum and the lead, right? HomeBois, this composition, it's full of sets, it's full of that systematic gameplay. If they are able to find a big initiation, big amount of CC, the Ohio brothers will fall. And that's why they're never truly committing to neutral objectives unless it's free to take. They will split up the map, make it chaotic, and go for dives.
Up on the top side, once again, the Petrify from Super Shark. This is so obnoxious.
Oh my god.
Oh, man. Even when they pop the sprint, Rizel cannot run away in time.
It really makes you think, where did they come up with this strategy? Was it made in Ohio?
I hope it stays there. I hope it stays there. It's frustrating to see, especially like not even because I'm a Malaysian fan, but more importantly so, as a goal laner, this has to be one of those things that you're not keeping track of at any point of time.
Exactly.
It's like, oh man, how often do you see a Hilda have a Petrify?
I mean, like, hindsight is 2020, but I've seen a lot of players struggle with that. Sometimes they forget that it's execute, it's petrify, it's flicker. Sometimes they forget about it, and your body clock, like in-game, your in-game body clock already knows that, okay, this is usually what happens, so I just dodge it. So yeah, that's the power of the resilience, but it's not enough.
Yep, the Minoran Fury comes out, but still, they got all of his abilities. They got the Zaman 4th, they also got the Purify as well, but how many abilities was used just to get one dude?
They really hate Zia, man. But now,
Warlord unable to get out of there. He loses his flicker. You can just see how fast Best Player 1 is currently. 8 minutes of the game, level 13 is the tier 1. Will start to drop.
That's the thing, when you already have such a big snowball at the start of the game. Oh, they're going again. They don't want to stop. It's GB next.
Oh, hopefully they
There's
remember.
Petrify.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. They've already used the Retribution, and that's more than enough. Wait, hold on. Best player getting some damage done, but they're just going to go straight for the invade, right? No need to do anything extravagant.
Yep, they have the they don't have Retribution on the side of HomeBois, so surely they'll get it. And there's a lot of lead that they're establishing right now. I think, you know, there was a very questionable play coming up from Zia walking towards that fact, but you mentioned that they had to spend all of their ultimates up. I think sometimes that's worth it, specifically in this situation where you kind of want to slow down his Harith from snowballing. He is going to be up with the Crystal soon, and that means that skill 1, Synchro Fission coming out from Zia, that's going to hurt.
Yeah, it's going to hurt a lot, man. He's coming to his power spike. That's mainly the reason why the Harith isn't really meta. The fact that you need to get that snowball, you need to get rolling in the start. The fact that the OB have Prio all over has given him so much more. He's actually doubling as well.
Yep. Oh, this is so obnoxious.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got to be mauling at just the fact that Super Shark is getting away with this, but it's effective. You have to admit it is effective.
This is scary, by the way. The fact that Shark is starting to recall. We've seen that throughout M5, Shark's been a momentum player. If you give him that momentum, you give him a lead in the early game, once he finds that spark again, once he finds the love for the game, that's Shark at M3, that's Shark at M4, that's the Super Shark.
That's right. And now they're taking away so much from Chibi, who is struggling. And struggling is an understatement, specifically for this moment. There will come a time, though, that I would say that HomeBois will have a decent amount of team fight in them. That's going to be up to, what, maybe 18 minutes into this game. Can they last that much? They do have decent wave clear, though. And they have the Faramis that can also always prolong the team fights.
Again, this is where it gets really tough for TOB, right? The fact that now they have to fight systematically inside of the base. There's no more structures on the other side, no more isolation. But will this gold lead bring them an easy win in the team fights? Warlord was chunked instantly, concealed.
Here we go, super sharp one point. Yellow's getting chunked, but here comes the stolen Netherrealm as the Minoan Fury in the middle of 3 knocks them up. Ryzel gets the free hit. Yellow is already down. GB now has to deal with the bottom side. They chunked down the mid-tier one, but only losing Yellow. Not too bad of a trade considering how much structural damage they achieved on both mid and bot side.
Yeah, considering it's only Mielo, I would say it is worth it, right, Wolf?
Yeah, I would say the best option, the best case would have been if they were able to push one of the turrets. But the fact that they burned all of the turret passive, aka the holy defense, is gonna be great. Super Shark does have the petrify. He's waiting.
Yeah, right. I mean,
he did use it.
He did use it. Chibi's able to dash on out of there, but I think at this stage of the game, right, I don't feel like the HomeBois really want to walk out of their base. If they take a bad fight, they instantly lose more, probably not just one, but both of the low inhibitors at this point.
So for HomeBois, what are they waiting for currently, Wolf? I'm seeing Ryzel, he's still building towards defense. That's a win of nature that's next up, and I don't think that's really going to help them fully control the fight.
Obviously, because of the Harith, it's going to be a problem.
Oh, the damage is good. Warlord flickers out of there, has to use the Netherrealm defensively, and that's the Minoan Fury. Super Strike gets punished. They break open the bottom inhibitor, but here it comes. Salmon Force as well being dropped. Subbot is down, and that's going to be a 1-for-1 trade inclusive of an inhibitor. This is just wins all across the board for the Ohio brothers. And Zia now getting really, really disrespectful. He knows he's got the damage.
And he knows there's no Ryzel. They spotted Ryzel, and that was the green light for them to just go for the siege. They will, however, now pull back. They have seen Ryzel recall. And how long will HomeBois need for Ryzel to finally get those items?
I think overall, as a team, 18 minutes is going to be the game changer. And then the actual time where they can now even up when it comes to like the gold is 23, unless they win a team fight outside of their base. I think that's the gamble that HomeBois can do if they want to win fast, I would say, if they want to recover fast. But then again, they actually have the incentive to wait this game out. Think about it. Their composition is great in that regard. Warlord has, Ghost Bursters, which is great for defending. They have Chibi that can also burst the lane. And you have Zord to kind of help them out, to peel for them during those, if in a case that they only have to defend their own base. So what I'm just trying to say here is that I'm enumerating ways for HomeBois to actually prolong the game.
I agree with you. I think for this game, specifically, HomeBois will love to just tunnel or turtle inside of their base. If they escape, it leaves them very susceptible to the chaotic style of TOB. They can look for different angles to fight for. Meanwhile, in the base, there's only one entrance. It's to work. It's in these lanes, and HomeBois can do exactly what they've been doing earlier to prolong it. They will lose structures, but this is the best decision to go for if you're HomeBois. With this draft, you're gonna have to sacrifice some structures.
All right, mid inhibitor is already down as the top side is gonna get attacked. Warlord might be in some trouble unless he uses that Netherrealm as Mielo runs him down and actually secures the kill before so. Disrespect, and now this is a great angle as Chibi is already down. Zemfo's already being dropped. Minoan Fury comes out just to knock up 4, but they're losing members too fast. 2 down, 3 down, Subbot gone, and a mega kill for Hoon, and that's GG. Well played, Ohio brothers take game 1.
Match point. HomeBois are fighting for dear